GM, everyone. Welcome in to the Week 14 last-minute fantasy football questions. I was running a little bit late. That happens, and frankly, I am actually quite behind this week. My son had to go to the hospital. He's all good now. No worries there. But I spent Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night in the hospital in the pediatric unit. So I'm behind. I'm behind right now. So I hope that we were able to find the answers to the test here. All you guys who subscribe over on patreon.com/DavisMattic got all the stuff updated for you guys. So rankings are in there, DFS top plays are in there, but I have not really started building much of anything. GM, yes, Senor Strunk. C-Rod did get his 20 touches. GM, Nino. GM, Jets drop bombs. Mr. Jets, I saw you a bunch in my BR rooms this morning. Ben Weaver, 940, my guy. Good luck to you as well today. GM, my boy TD. GM, Andrew. GM, everyone. GM, Peter. GM, Nathan. I honestly have not done this since Friday morning, so it's been 24 hours since I've ran this. Let's just go to main, run the sims. Let's generate the maximum amount of lineups. Let's do field size. Yeah, 3K is good. Let's do salary range up to 49.5. I probably need to figure out the optimal rate range setting over on Run the Sims. Might need to talk to like Shady or something about that. Ooh, GM, redraft points title on the line. Do I stick with Trevor Lawrence or pivot due to weather? Well, Caleb's weather is not very good either, JMC. Caleb's weather is, I think it's like 18 degrees or something, but I want to see, did this line move at all? So the total for Jags, yeah, the total has not, the total has moved down 1.5 a point, maybe. I would stick with Lawrence. I don't think you can go wrong, though. Pick 2 of 5 in PPR. Alec Pierce, Bam Knight, Xavier Worthy, Debo, or Burden. I would probably go Pierce and Burden, I think. KW3 and Puka or JT and BTJ. Yeah, I'm doing one last ride with BTJ today, Kyle. Found myself having lots of Luther Burden, Colston Loveland, and Andre Bacaglia in my DFS lineups. Yeah, the Bacaglia stuff, that's one of the most interesting things of the day. What do the Arizona Cardinals do with no Greg Dortch, no Xavier Weaver? So let's just look at Andre Bacaglia career game logs. In his career, he is maxed out. It's not great. In his career, he is maxed out at 2 catches for 13 yards. He went to, I thought he went to Texas Tech. I must be thinking of an old Cliff guy. Mayfield or Love. I think if you need a ceiling game, I think you got to go Mayfield. Mayfield way more likely to drop a nuke, I think. Fannin over Gadsden. I'm actually not that worried. about the Chargers offense compared to the market. I think left hand for Justin Herbert, he's fine. It could be Trent Sherfield off the practice squad. Let's look at Andre Bacaglia's college stats. Andre Bacaglia. All right. Andre Bacaglia, CFB ref. Was he ever good in college? Andre Bacaglia was not ever any good in college. Best game, he had one 100-yard game in college. It did come in a bowl game against Ohio State, though. GM Kegro, how we doing, brother? All right, so let's run this sim. Standard. It's going to take a while to run. And then I need to go make sure there's a spot left for me in the red zone over on DraftKings. GM. Everyone wish Chad the best of luck over in the dog bowl today. Guy drafted 3 teams. He's not looking great in the Sims that Easy did, but we don't care about that, bro. We know better. All right. So I've already got my spot in the spy. Let's do a fair catch because I want to do a Caleb Williams meme team. So let's reserve a $12 single entry there. Got one team over on FanDuel. And terrible news from Blake here. The red zones are awful. So this is what I get. Gold star play for me. I guess it was Jacoby Myers. But it looks like Jacoby Myers is trending towards being like pretty big chalk right now. So can I change my gold star play to, I guess it could be Burden. I don't know. I'm sticking with Jacoby Myers. I'm sticking with my answer. It is Jacoby Myers. Even though he is a little bit chalky. Was feeling good about the Jags game today. Saw the weather report this morning. I don't tend to worry about precipitation too much. It tends to be wind that is a little bit worse. So let's head on over here to RotoGrind. Why is this? Okay. It might pour all game in Jacksonville in pregame and postgame. We'll want to check right or pregame to make sure the rain is setting up. I expect a sloppy game. Sloppy is kind of fine. Sloppy is fine for the there's not going to be deep passing, but defenders are going to be slipping and sliding all over. We have a snow game in Tennessee in Cleveland. Snow game part 2 in Cincinnati, Buffalo, and the temperature is going to be in the teens all day. Yeah. We'll see. There we go. Snow is real up in here in Buffalo. Let James cook. Definitely think you can pivot to BTJ. I mean, Adonai Mitchell, he's going to be chalk again. All right. So single tournaments. Is there anything for me? No, there's a spot left in the big red zone. What's this one pay to first? 15K to first. Yeah, we're gonna go reserve. We're gonna go reserve this right here. Reserve. And then we will come back and deal with that later. Yeah, I tend to think this is true. Sloppy is good for receivers. Exactly. They know the way their route is breaking. Defenders do not, so they end up on skates. PPR, Kareem Hunt versus Devin Neal, and Burden versus Ladd. I mean, I got the boring answer for you. I actually, you know what? Give me Kareem Hunt over Neal, and give me Ladd over Burden. I know that one is close, and I know it doesn't feel that good, but I am going in that direction. So let's go talk about what we've got going on in cash games. This is what I have saved right now. This is just me slapping it together. Jaden Daniels, James Cook, Ken Walker, Jamar Chase, Michael Wilson, Luther Burden. It looks like what lots of people are doing is going to be this. So instead of Bucky and Chase, it's going to be a lot of Adonai Mitchell there, then the Commanders and or Titans defense there. Then you put in Pitts there, and then I think it is what's the chalk? Oh, it's Jacobs over Walker and then A-Chain. So I think this team right here. What is it? Someone just showed me the ETR slap train earlier. It was Daniels, A-Chain, Cook, Wilson, Mitchell, Burden. Saints defense. There you go. So this is, I think, what the ETR train is going to be. It's Jaden Daniels, James Cook, Josh Jacobs, Adonai Mitchell, Michael Wilson, Luther Burden, Kyle Pitts, Devin A-Chain, and the New Orleans Saints defense. I would do Luther Burden over Brian Thomas Jr. And I would bench Woody Marks against the Chiefs. Woody Marks, I think Woody Marks hasn't scored double-digit fantasy points in a month, and that is with being the leading running back for the Texans. Okay, here we go. We have got our early returns over here on Run the Sims. So what's just the top lineup? Daniels, James Cook, Ken Walker, Debo, Michael Wilson, Terry McLaurin, Kyle Pitts, and Brock Bowers. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of double tight ends today. You like that? You like that train team, Blake? I think it seems okay. I'll show you what this is my want team in cash games. So this is if I didn't care about projections, this is what I would play in cash games. I would play Chase. I would play Wilson. I would play Burden. I would play Fannin. And then I would play Bucky Irving. And then I would do no, I'm $100 short. Oh, I'm $100 short because you have to play Ken Walker. So this would be my want cash team. It would be Jaden Daniels, James Cook, Ken Walker, Jamar Chase, Michael Wilson, Luther Burden III, Harold Fannin, Bucky Irving, and the Saints defense. I don't think I will play this team, but if I was just going straight from the gut without double checking myself first the field, this would be what I Love. I don't think so. I think your cash game quarterbacks are Josh Allen at 7,700, Jaden Daniels, and then I also think you can get away with Shuck at 4,600. Yeah, I mean, I think A-Chain over Jamar Chase feels totally legitimate. So that team is just this. So you go Devin A-Chain, you put in Adonai Mitchell, you get up to Kyle Pitts in the dome at tight end, and then you go Jacobs. So that's the train team. And it's really good. I mean, I might play this team. Doesn't feel great fading those 8K wide receivers, but I do think Burden and Wilson are locks. I think James Cook is a lock. And I really think the locks are Cook, Wilson, and Burden. Favorite tournament skinny stack with a bring back? Jacoby Brissett, Michael Wilson, and Puka Nacua. No, the Brees projection is better. Brees is projected for, what do we got here? Running back, we've got Bucky for 19.7, Brees for 19 flat. Feels about right. Okay. So here are the optimal results. Quarterback, 10% optimal rate for Josh Allen, 8% optimal rate for Jordan Love. That feels high to me. I don't think this is much of a question. I think Colston Loveland could lead the Chicago Bears in targets today. I saw some Bears fans talking about how Loveland is basically just going to replace Rome's routes, which makes sense if you think about it. If you think about it, Luther Burden and Rome Odunze kind of almost play different positions inside the offense. Taylor, it's hard for me. Like Jonathan Taylor, he's just so expensive. I'm sure he's a great play though. 3v3, Mitchell. Who's Mitchell? Adonai Mitchell. Sorry. Adonai Mitchell, Kyle Pitts, and the Saints versus Christian Watson, Barner, Commanders. I'm not loving the Barner stuff. I definitely prefer Loveland to Barner. Ooh, Tyrod Taylor, Adonai Mitchell, A-Chain. That's fire. Highest ceiling flex, Debo, BTJ, Burden, or DJM. I mean, it's got to be Brian Thomas Jr., right? Looks like Nate right now has a double tight end team, which is sort of interesting. A lot of double tight ends in the optos today. All right, we've got Mayfield. It's just really flat though. No quarterback with higher than a 10% optimal rate, and then there is between 8 and 5%, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 quarterbacks between 5 and 8% in optimal probability. I gotta be honest, I don't love the run the Sims lineup because it's stone punting quarterback. So if you go to the classic slate opto, and you click generate lineups, it's all stone punt quarterback like Tyrod and Shuck. Still has Pitts in it. You're getting like Genty and stuff, and it also has a really hot projection on Brees. So if I was running it on Run the Sims, this is what I would do. I would probably. The projection seems low on Jaden Daniels. Where is he? Oh, is Jaden Daniels not showing up? Why is Jaden Daniels not showing up? Is something broken? What did I? Oh, I had. Okay, there you go. That explains it. I had Jaden Daniels excluded. What did I do? I had a bunch of these guys excluded. Do I have any running backs excluded? Evan Hole and Chris Brooks. Okay, I don't know why that would be. Did I exclude anyone at tight end? No. All right, now let's run. Let's see if we get Jaden Daniels now. There we go. Okay, so that was actually my fault. Jaden Daniels, James Cook, Brees Hall, JSN, Michael Wilson, Luther Burden, Kyle Pitts, Devin Neal, and it's just stone punting defense, which is kind of interesting. It's got Mitchell here instead of AD. Can we see the best Knicks and Shucks team? Yes, you can. Here you go. Let's go back over to our sim runner. And let's do our best Knicks team is Bo Nix, Jacobs, James Cook, JSN, Luther Burden, DK Metcalf, Harold Fannin. You know what? I'm not doing the double tight end stuff. Aaron Jones is kind of a sick play, actually. All right, so the top Knicks team is, this is very interesting. A lot of the Knicks stuff is not stacked, which is kind of interesting. All right, Bo Nix, James Cook, Brees Hall, Troy Franklin, Michael Wilson, Luther Burden, Harold Fannin, Kyron, and the Broncos defense. Kind of interesting. Did any of these look really good to me? The sim is going to be higher on Ashton Genty than I am, because I think the inputs on Ashton Genty are right, but it's just like, what is his ceiling possibly? So Genty is priced at 6,100, but he's projected better than Derrick Henry, projected better than Kyron, projected better than Ken Walker, better than Harvey. And it's like, man, I don't know. Some of that stuff is pretty thin. Could be okay. I'm not saying he's doing good, bro. He's doing good. He's living the dream. He's bothering his mom right now. Okay. TD wants to also see the best Shuck teams. I could totally see playing a Tyler Shuck stack today to get in like multiple expensive guys. Tyler Shuck. So we've got Shuck, Neal, James Cook, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Luther Burden, Olamide Zaccheaus. Okay, exclude that. Exclude, cannot contain Olamide Zaccheaus. Olamide, yeah, that's not happening today. Yeah, I think it's totally fine. I actually like Bowers against the Raiders a good bit, or against the Broncos. A Tyler Shuck onslaught gives Tyler Shuck, James Cook, Judkins, Flowers, Vele, Olave, Juwan Johnson, Puka in the flex with the Raiders defense. Here, I'll show you guys. I'm gonna save this team right now. I'm gonna save the ETR train team, and if we play it, we play it. So this is the team right now, I believe. Yes, the team I have saved in the spy right now is Jacoby Brissett, James Cook, Bucky Irving, Jamar Chase, Michael Wilson, Luther Burden, Harold Fannin, RJ Harvey, and I put the Jets defense in at 2,500. What do you guys think about that team? I guess this is what I'm wondering. What is the probability that this is finally the week that the gravy train stops for Jacoby Brissett? Like, is it over for Jacoby? It definitely could be, right? It feels pretty possible that we finally run out here. Myers or Wilson. I mean, Myers is going to be less owned and I think has a lower chance of failure. Like I think that seems pretty self-evident. And then Burden. I mean, Burden is definitely going to end up being chalky. I'm kind of upset because I liked Burden before Rome Odunze was ruled out, and now Rome Odunze is going to end up being, just like absolutely mega chalk. Fannin, I think, is kind of protected by that game environment. He did get there against Seattle. It's true. Yeah. I mean, getting there against I honestly don't really remember what happened in that game. Let's go into the Jacoby Brissett game logs. Because I don't remember how exactly things went there against Seattle. So against Seattle, they lost 22-44. Let's really get into the weeds here. So JSN scored defensive touchdown, George Shalani touchdown, DeMarcus Lawrence touchdown. So they didn't score their first point until 2 minutes left in the second half. Then Trey McBride scored. Then I guess he did get there. 44 pass attempts, 2 passing touchdowns. Greg Dortch actually, so he almost had a third. Greg Dortch had a rushing touchdown. Question: how do you turn off hide excluded on Run the Sims? I can't get Jaden Daniels in my lineups to look at. You just go right. So you go to player pool, and you just do this button right here. You just click. Should be easy, nice enough. GM to my boy Skip. Hope he's having a great day. So I was interested in Devon Vele, but I think Burden is just so much better, right? I mean, maybe not. I don't know. All right, so Vele projected for 9. Burden projected for 10.7. Yeah, I mean, there's no change to the offense, but Greg Dortch and Xavier Weaver are out, so they're down to just like pure practice squad guys at receiver now. Which is not to say you can't get there, but man, I don't know. Another thing I'm thinking is what about a Caleb lineup? Yeah, GM. Hope the kid is good. Kid's doing all right, man. He's living his dream right now. Good young man. All right. I don't know, because the Jacoby Brissett stuff is not it's not simming well anymore either, and I wonder why that is. But if we go back to the sim runner, like all the top stuff, Jacoby is no longer involved. Oh, I like Loveland quite a bit. Wow, Skip took second in the Millie Maker last week. Holy shit, dude. That's incredible, man. I love that for you, dude. What was the team, Skip? How does Daniels, A-Chain, Cook, Wilson, AD Mitchell, Burden, Fannin, Bucky, Steelers sound for cash? I think that's fine. Yeah. That Wilson, AD, Burden grouping is going to be very popular. If you do Fannin, you are going to be fading Kyle Pitts very hard, which, depending on your perspective. No, Tim, McLaurin actually is a great play this week. Man, these lineups at the top are disgusting. There you go. Here's a Jacoby team. Still not that many, though. If we go look at the optimal results, quarterback Jacoby Brissett is where? Jacoby Brissett is 9% owned, but 5.3% optimal rate. Can we see the top Bijan JSN sim team? You can. You sure can. I don't know if that is going to be a combo that sims all that well. Bijan and Jackson, Smith, and Jigba include all. Here you go. Top. Oh, actually, that team's okay. Jaden Daniels, Devin Neal, Bijan, Burden, JSN, McLaurin, Barner, Jacobs, and the Saints. That team actually is all right. All right, my boy Skip did Shuck, Olave, Vele, A-Chain, Bijan, Adonai Mitchell, Ken Walker in the Seahawks defense. What a fucking team, Skip. Shout out to you. These teams are all right. I think I have lost my nerve with this Jacoby team. I don't know if I can do it. Maybe I do the Jacoby team in the red zone and then do something that projects a little bit better in the spy. Is Lamar fully healthy? I don't think so. He's looked awful. Lamar has looked like the worst he has ever looked, but in the most recent couple of weeks. It's really not been great. When's the last time Lamar got 20 fantasy points? 9 points, 7 points, 6 points. He got 25 points against Miami. And then, oh my God, it's been really bad for Lamar. I don't know. Let's go back. I don't want to play a what would I be playing if it wasn't a Jacoby team? So if I'm not playing a Jacoby team, I guess I'm doing a Jaden Daniels team. Maybe a Trevor Lawrence team. Would you start Jordan Love fighting for a first round bye? I mean, I think so. Single bullet, never play the Millie. Something told me while I was on the shitter to put this lineup in. Even told my buddies easy Millie. That is an incredible story, dude. Are we playing Kincaid if he suits up today? I don't love it, but I also don't hate it, if that makes sense. I think he probably is going to play in a limited fashion, but I guess he almost always plays in a limited fashion. I guess maybe that's the secret is Dalton Kincaid never plays full snaps. So maybe you can just jam Dalton Kincaid when he's questionable. GM, who hames? How we doing, brother? Hope things are well in your neck of the woods. Ooh, I don't know. I guess the better question is if you're doing Jacoby at this stage, do you have to play Trey McBride? That maybe is the better way to think about it. Do you just absolutely have to play McBride? And the answer to that might just be yes, you do have to play McBride. Commanders the best punt defense. I mean, they're 2,900. If I was punting, it would be the New Orleans Saints, I think. And I mean, you can get away with the Raiders. All right. Let's go back here. I just want one of these lineups to really catch my eye. And a lot of them are freaking stone punt. Maybe I just do the Shuck thing. Maybe you just do a Shuck Vele and play a bunch of expensive guys. Yeah, I mean, he definitely gets there. The thing is does he get there with... Because McBride is so expensive now. Can I give you a reason not to play Pirine? You just don't know how many points he can get. How often is Pirine outscoring Burden and Vele and a 3K Cardinals guy, and Adonai Mitchell is the same price? I'm having trouble there. Loveland, can he outscore Loveland? I mean, of course he can outscore Loveland. Maybe I just try and build. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna maybe restart this. So let's go. Let's remove Jacoby. So let's go Jaden Daniels. Let's go James Cook. Let's go RJ Harvey. Let's put in Jamar Chase. Let's put in McLaurin. Then let's slot in Michael Wilson. We'll put in the Plannon at tight end. And then if you do the New Orleans Saints defense, that leaves you 5,500, which is not going to be enough for anything at flex, sadly. Per PFF, Jefferson and Igbuka are high positive regression candidates, but one has 9 and one has no left tackle. I'm tempted. I'm very, 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 very tempted by Justin Jefferson today because, well, lots of reasons why. One of the main reasons I'm tempted is that our boy Drew Dinkmeyer flag planted Justin Jefferson and JJ McCarthy. So if Dink's in, I mean, how bad can it be, right? So there's just no one at 5,500 to play at flex here. If I stone punt, I can play like Jacoby Myers in flex. I might be crazy, but I'm Godwin over Igbuka straight up. Godwin has just looked so bad this year coming back from that leg injury, you know? So it's a little bit harder for me to get there. I guess the guys I know I want to play are James Cook, and I definitely want to play Harvey. I'm very, very into Harvey today. And I also so I want James Cook, Harvey, and Jamar Chase in my spy lineup. And then I'd like to work around from those guys. GM. Yeah, historical anomalies. I know where I noticed Debo being a good play was on Underdog. So I noticed that the Debo was like totally undrafted in Underdog this week, and McLaurin was really highly drafted. So that did immediately strike me as something like, oh, I don't know, man. Maybe we should be drafting Debo if McLaurin is going to be like 100% drafted. Let's take a look over here. Main BR, I'm done. Goal line stand is 89% full. Looks like they're going to fill all the NFL stuff. Yeah, 35.7 Debo. I agree. I think I did one JJ McCarthy team with Justin Jefferson. Exactly one. So I don't know. I'm kind of having a tough time this week. And we haven't even started looking over at FanDuel. And then what's this Jacoby Brissett team? This Jacoby Brissett, is this our okay, this was the thinking about thinking lineup. And then I think this Joe Burrow team is our, yes, that's the Swolecast team. Yeah, I mean, JJ McCarthy in the main BR is going to be on like what? Like maybe 100 total teams or something like that, 200 total teams. It's just like a really, really low number. Okay. Oh, sorry. That's the classic slate opto. All right. What's, I don't know. What is our, I guess here, let me see. So these are the guys I know. So I know I want to play Cook, and I know I want to play Harvey, and I know that I want to play Chase in my main spy team. The best version of that team with a 89% sim ROI is Love, Cook, Harvey, Chase, Mitchell, Watson, Brenton Strange, Genty in the New York Jets defense. What about if I put Jacoby Myers in? Okay. Yeah, it's got me nothing. Am I going to watch the Dog Bowl today? I don't even know how like, am I going to watch like Pete stream? Probably. Well, maybe. I don't know. Frankly, probably what I will do is when I get done with this show is I'm going to go upstairs and probably go hold my son for a while watching Red Zone. Can we see the Dimes teams? Yes, you can. So adding Jacoby Myers in did not make that a good team. So let's go. I wonder how many good Daniel Jones teams there are going to be. Tyrod, Shuck, or T-Law. I got T-Law still. I'm a little bit less afraid of the weather, it seems, than the field. Wow, boys, breaking news from the Slappy Central Discord. This is the type of stuff you are only going to get if you are a $5 member of the Davis Medic YouTube channel. Bucky Irving got baptized before today's game. Bucky Irving got baptized before today's game, folks. I'm saying, brother. You're fading the baptism narrative? I believe that is Levante David's Instagram that is being screenshotted. Screen capped here. I mean, come on, bro. You're playing Josh Jacobs over Bucky Irving and he got baptized today? You gotta adjust the ranks, bro. Okay, someone asked, I don't remember who, sorry. Daniel Jones, Devin Achane, Travis Etienne, Alec Pierce, Zay Flowers, Adonai Mitchell, Tyler Warren. So it's a Daniel Jones double with Luther Burden. How do you so all you have to do, so if you are a YouTube member, all you got to do is link your YouTube account to Discord and you'll automatically be added in. Some people have trouble doing it. It's a little bit easier if you are on desktop to do it, but end of the day, it's very simple, Michael. I believe in your ability to figure it out. But yeah, all you have to do is link your Discord accounts. Yes, the Commanders' defense is basically the worst passing defense in the NFL. They are mega stone chalk, which does not feel great to me personally. There you go. Got to go into settings on Discord to get it done. Who Hames will help you out. Has there been a slate this season where double stacked quarterbacks have been optimal? Feels like doubles have been dead. Well, Jacoby with there was a week where Jacoby triples the Jacoby Brissett, Greg Dortch, Michael Wilson, Marvin Harrison Jr. week. I'm trying to think. Was there another double stack week? Sort by passing yards. Was there ever a Dak double week? Was there a Goff double week? Feels like maybe there's been a Stafford double week. I don't think there's been a Darnold double. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, your lineup would have simmed well with Saints double skip. So if you notice when you look at these sim lineups, what is like the thing you see is the sim lineup loves including like mini teammates together. Like look at this team right here is Daniel Jones, Michael Pittman Jr., Alec Pierce, and Tyler Warren. Burrow double. Burrow doubles can absolutely get there. Yeah. Burrow doubles are maybe that's just okay. All right, let's get out of here. So let's go back and let's just see what like a Burrow double with chalk would be. So it'd be Burrow. You put Burrow in, you put James Cook in, you put Ken Walker in, you do T. Higgins, you do Chase, you do Burden, you do Fannin, you put the Saints defense in, and at 5,900, you get Harvey. Burrow, Cook, Walker, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, Luther Burden, Harold Fannin, and Harvey. Dude, JM to win is such a savant. I was the way that JM's brain processes DFS is, you know what it is JM came of age in DFS before Sims were really a thing. So the way he thinks about the game is very similar to the way I think about the game, because, when I was like a good DFS player, not that I'm like a bad DFS player now, but when I was like a good DFS player, there weren't even really optimizers. There was a time, this is actually true, when I was a top 100 player on RotoGrinders, like the RotoGrinders like player rankings or whatever. There was a time where I was top 100. And the way JM processes it is so similar to what was important and relevant to think about then. So yeah, him having a great write-up about how few wide receivers have 4x their salary. Current week salary 17 all season. Makes sense. Although in a way, I would almost anticipate that making double stacks better, because it is eliminating parts of your lineup that you have to get correct. I mean, this Burrow team looks okay, doesn't it? Doesn't this Burrow team look all right? This could, I mean, you could, if this team won the SPY, you'd look at it and be like, yeah. I mean, that was just like a really normal team to have played. Like you wouldn't be like, oh wow, how insanely off the wall. This is just kind of a cash team with a Joe Burrow double stack in it, which is kind of like the right way to build, I feel. What other quarterbacks do I want to check? I definitely don't want to play Geno. People don't realize how much Sims affecting. Before Sims, you could realize you were scrolling past the player too often, and therefore the field was too. Sims spot those plays so they are missed. It's true, man. It's Sims have changed the game in a way that makes it like unrecognizable to the game that I was playing in like 2016 or whatever. I got to give a shout out to my boy. There's a great Twitter thread every week. Chris Wecht from Fantasy Points. Let me pull up this thread. So here's a great thread that Chris does every single week. Players I think industry projections have wrong on the DraftKings main slate. He says Bucky Irving is too low. Cortland Sutton is too high. Here's his Ken Walker tweet. Ken Walker is too low. He says, we're going back to the well on this one, and one of these weeks Walker is going to hit. He was dominating snaps until the final drive of the game last week, and Charbonnet got lucky with the touchdown. And I definitely think he could be right. I don't think you're going to get any Mike Gesicki in optimals this week with T back. I'm seeing a Gilcast statement like, why did I go back to Walker, ruin this lineup? I said I'd never play him again after last week. Well, then I read a Chris Wecht tweet that Sharp touchdown cost Skip $1 million. Well, not loving that for you, brother. But still a good week. Actually, you know what? Let's just see the Burrow stuff. So let's see Burrow and Chase. All right. Obviously, a lot of Burrow Chase lineups in here. Top lineup is Joe Burrow, Breece Hall, Genty, Jamar Chase, Metcalf, Michael Wilson, Juwan Johnson, Luther Burden, and the Los Angeles Rams defense. I mean, team's kind of fire. Don't hate that team at all. Maybe I do. Maybe I. What about a Caleb team? What about a Caleb Loveland Burden? All right, let's build that out. Caleb Williams. Because I bet you can just jam chalk with this. Caleb, Burden, Loveland. Then you can put in, I bet you can do A-Chain and Cook and Chase. You got to play Adonai instead of Michael Wilson, but I bet we can put Michael Wilson in. Yeah, we can. We can put Michael Wilson in flex and play the Saints defense. I mean, the Bill and Burrow stuff is going to be James Cook. JJM changes the narrative this week. I'm getting a lot of JJ McCarthy, a lot more JJ McCarthy in the sim stuff than I thought. All right, this team is kind of sick. Is it not? So you've got Caleb, and then you do Burden, and then you do Loveland. So you've got that's like the cheap vomit stack. Then you do A-Chain and Cook. Then you do Jamar Chase instead of Puka or JSN. Although the ownership is going to be very flat between those guys. Then we've got Michael Wilson in our flex. And then we've got Adonai Mitchell. And then we do the Saints defense. I mean, that could be really good. I'm not. Saints Tristan Wirfs is out. I'm not that worried about the Saints. Saints defense is fine. Worried about the Green Bay defensive line versus the Chicago offensive line. Isn't the Chicago offensive line like literally the best? Correct me if I'm wrong. But isn't the Chicago Bears offensive line very good? All right, now I gotta go to PFF. Premium stats on PFF. Pass blocking, Bears are third in the NFL. And run blocking, Bears are fourth in the NFL. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Micah Parsons is really good. I mean, Caleb, dude, I might do this. Is there I'm probably gonna have to bully the sim into this. Caleb Williams and Burden include all. I mean, these are good. Here you go. Here's a Caleb Burden team right there with James Cook and a Jonathan Taylor team. Oh, Jalen Naylor, no. I've noticed one thing about the Run the Sims stuff is the Run the Sims opto versus the Solver and Saber Sim is there are a lot more like stone punts. Like on Run the Sims, I get way more of like, I don't know. Well, Jalen Naylor, definitely one of them. Trey Tucker, Jordan like you get guys that you just really would not, that I would not really ever consider for whatever reason. AD Mitchell just went for 100 against Atlanta. I mean, it's true. AD Mitchell's different gravy though, brother. AD Mitchell is the guy. People forget AD Mitchell was a second round pick and a really good one. I mean, he's had moments in the National Football League. That's a true people forget situation. Watch Ben Johnson kill the entire DFS slate when he runs 80% 12 personnel and one of the tight ends. Well, one of the tight ends is going to be Colston Loveland. I mean, Burden, the only way for Burden to get squeezed here is if Zacchaeus plays over him. Do I sweat any best ball advance rate stuff today? I haven't really been thinking about it. Let's see how we're looking. Advancing 286 teams. I'm expected to lose 10 teams today. Expected to lose at least one BBM. Expected to gain like 0.5% in the big board. If Cole Kmet goes 5 for 50 and 2 today, we're gonna have a bad time. Yeah, that is like nightmare scenarios. I guess what I am trying to do is I'm trying to bully this computer into giving me a Caleb Williams, Luther Burden, Loveland team that I really like. So this team, but without Naylor, like this team with Adonai Mitchell, I could kind of dig. Hey, Minetto, if you do switch from redacted to underdog, please use promo code Davis. That's all I ask. All I ask. literally no thing is more helpful to me as a small time creator than people signing up on underdog with my promo code. Promo code Davis, please. I'm literally begging you. Have your wife sign up, have your brother sign up, have your friend sign up. It's number one way to support the channel is by getting someone to sign up with promo code Davis. Not a joke. Caleb Williams, James Cook, Quinshon Judkins, Luther Burden, Christian Watson, T. Higgins, Colson, Loveland, Devin A. I mean, that team also looks pretty fire. Yes, Adonai Mitchell was a 5-star, University of Texas. Like he was awesome. The guy really was the best. Huh. I guess the issue is Caleb is just not going to project that well, so it's hard to get a sim to really like him. 38 points against Cincinnati. Kind of forgot about that. 10 points against Philly, 22 points against Pittsburgh. I mean, if he gets 25, 20 of 36, 220 passing yards, you definitely need him to run a little bit. Caleb, A-Chain, Cook, Burden, Higgins, Adonai Mitchell, Loveland, Adams, Saints. That's a pretty good team. That's a pretty good team, Michael. I don't dislike that team at all. Huh. Does he have a 5 for 53? Does he have an 8 for 63 running game? Again, yeah, I mean, I would definitely play Vele over Naylor. The Green Bay defense is just good. The Green Bay run defense is just overall a good one. Caleb Williams, RJ Harvey, Jalen Warren. Well, never Shakir. That much we know. We are smart enough to not play Shakir. Nate is a Bears fan. I'm gonna ask him his thoughts. But man, Caleb throwing for 300 yards today would be because that would be such a slate breaker because so much of it would flow to Burden and to Loveland. And Caleb has not been a great fantasy quarterback, but he's been a good fantasy quarterback. I don't know. I really am. Well, you know what? Let's do this. Let's finalize our red zone team because I don't sweat the red zone team as much. So in the red zone, I do want to do the Jacoby thing. Let's do Jacoby. Let's do Michael Wilson. Let's put in Luther Burden. Should we try and do a McBride? We can try and do. So let's do Cook, Ken Walker, and Harvey with Adonai? Ooh, and we can even play an expensive defense. We could do really any of these defenses. Browns D. And then if you play the Browns defense, or the Titans defense, then you don't have to play Walker. So you can do Harvey. Ooh, actually, can you get this is better. And you do Harvey, and then you go down to the Saints, and then 54. Ah, shit, you're just short. You're just short of Walker. You got to play the Raiders defense. Got to play the Raiders defense with that one. Is it worth it? I do really like Jacoby Myers. Is Brian Thomas Jr. less expensive? I don't even know what Brian Thomas Jr. costs. Brian Thomas Jr. on DraftKings costs $5,900. So you would have to play the Raiders defense. You know what? Let's fire a quick pick'em entry actually while we're here. I don't even think I have a boost either. Yep, no boost. All right, number one thing I wanted to do today was look at the Arizona stuff because I think Elijah Higgins is a pretty good bet. All right, go to, I gotta minimize the sidekick here. McBride for 76 yards, Michael Wilson for 72, Elijah Higgins for, we're gonna go Elijah Higgins 17.5 yards. All right, what's Bacalia's yards? 19.5. All right, not very many. Chicago and Green Bay. What's Caleb? Caleb's fantasy points is 14.75. That is a low amount of fantasy points. No, Chad, I said the same thing this morning in Discord, and people were laughing at me. You are not crazy worrying that the Cardinals offense has hit a tipping point. You're not crazy. You're not crazy at all. I think it's very, very realistic that a tipping point has been hit. We're gonna do Burden, 3.5 receptions. Feel good about that. And we're gonna go Denver, Las Vegas, and we are gonna go RJ Harvey. Do we want to do Harvey rushing yards or Harvey touchdown? Yeah, he's doing all right, bro. He had a bacterial infection on his skin, and apparently if kids get viral infections on their skin, it can like actually kill them. So they had to run a bunch of tests to make sure it was not viral, but he's all right. Igbuka or Michael Wilson. David, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm actually saying Michael Wilson. Darnold seems way too low owned. Is he? I mean, I guess he probably is. All right, we're going to do RJ Harvey rushing yards. I'm going to toss 25 on that. There you go. Put that in the Chatterino. You know what? I've actually changed my mind. We're gonna do in the red zone, we're gonna do the chalky Burrow. We're gonna do Burrow, Cook. We're gonna do Harvey. We are gonna do Chase. We are gonna do T. Higgins. We are gonna put in Luther Burden. If we play the Saints, can we do like Judkins? Almost. You can almost do Judkins. Ken Walker or Michael Wilson at 0.5 PPR. I still think it's Wilson, dude. I don't know. Maybe I'm insane. Slapire is striking back. Top brisket. I bet Elijah Higgins is not going to be in here. Maybe. Jacoby with Higgins. Yeah, there you go. It's that you're not gonna get Higgins stuff projecting very well, but there you go. Jacoby, Bucky, James Cook, Chris Olave, Troy Franklin, Michael Wilson, Elijah Higgins. That team's actually okay. I spoke too soon. That team with Higgins is actually okay. I'm gonna tweet this pick'em actually. The day we all remembered that Elijah Higgins was a converted college wide receiver to tight end a la Juwan Johnson. A-Chain could definitely be a slate breaker. No, Bobby, I like legitimately do not think you're wrong about this. I'm being dead ass. I think that Higgins could be his routes have actually been okay regardless. Season stats. Oh, I gotta log into Fantasy Life. So we got Cardinals, Cardinals. So if we do flex routes, Higgins on the season has run 29% of the routes, but if we look over the last couple weeks, his routes have been up at 37%. But Weaver is out, Harrison is out, Dortch is out. Bacalia is not going to run a ton of routes. DeGuara and Farrell Brown are not going to run routes. Trying to edit lineups. A-Chain is a great slate. A-Chain is a really good play. Yeah, because they're other available wide receivers. So let me pull up the Cardinals R lads. So, oh shit. Disable. God, if I disable ad blocking, it's going to be so annoying. All right, disable ad blocking. There's going to be ads on every inch of my screen on our lads. So their wide receivers today are Michael Wilson, Andre Bacalia, Trent Sherfield, and Jalen Brooks. He probably is going to run more routes than Jalen Brooks. GM to you as well, Gary. Fatherhood is, we're living, brother. We're making it happen. No, I'm not afraid of Bucky's injury. The only thing to be worried about with Mr. Marquise Bucky Irving is that Tristan Wirfs is out in this game. That's really it. All right, so let's do Burden. Let's do, you know what? Let's do Burden and Love. No, Burden and Loveland. Maybe Vele instead of Burden. Let's do that. And then let's put in the Saints defense at 6,400. We can get Judkins. What do we think about that in the red zone? So you do Vele instead of Burden. And then to do that, you get Colston Loveland in there. You play the New Orleans Saints defense. You do Joe Burrow. You do James Cook. Put my boy Harvey in there. Harvey, I do think, is super, super strong. Then you do Chase. T is not going to really be chalk at all. And then with that remaining money in the flex, you do Judkins. Judkins, I think, is kind of sneaky just because of the weather. It could be good. So what else? What could we do instead of doing Judkins if we wanted? So if we instead of Judkins, you could do Michael Wilson. You could do Igbuka. You could do Ken Walker and upgrade the defense. So if we did Michael Wilson, that gets us up to like 3K. So then you can play the chalk defense. You can play the Titans and the Commies. That probably would sim a little better. Hard to say. I don't know. Michael Wilson and the Titans versus Judkins and the Saints. Michael Wilson versus Judkins and the Saints. It could be okay. Could be all right. I don't know. I really am just. I think I've talked myself off Jacoby. The more we sit here and do this, I think I've talked myself off of old Jacoby Brissett, which is sad because Jacoby is a very good play. I need to go pee real quick. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. I'll give us some easy listening. I'll be right back. A throwback, a little night driving throwback. We want KLS. Okay, here you go. You want to scroll the F down for Keandre Lambert Smith?
Oh my fucking god!
I'm about it. I'm about it.
This is too good.
Someone slap the Keandre Lambert Smith button. The first KLS reception, I was like, wow, he is the greatest wide receiver of all time. Is the 9th round too early for KLS? People are asking.
4.37 40, played at Auburn. This is Darius Slayton vibes.
My thesis is at least not that he is Jerry Rice's kid. All right, Kincaid is back. Kincaid is back, folks. So if you wanted to do a Dalton Kincaid team today with Joshua Allen, you can do such a thing. He's the greatest wide receiver of all time. Yeah, some people were saying that. I mean, who am I most likely to beat myself up with? Ooh, is Dylan Sampson? That's a good one. Is Dylan Sampson in or out today? Dylan Sampson. Because that could matter for Judd. Okay, Dylan Sampson is active. All right, that's not great for Judkins. Joe Burrow, James Cook, RJ Harvey, Jamar Chase, Teagans, Devon Vele, Colston Loveland, Quinshawn Judkins in the Saints defense. I think I've decided. I think we're doing Burrow in the red zone, Caleb Williams in the spy, and then maybe we do our Jacoby team on FanDuel. I guess I got to look at what the prices are here. So Jacoby on FanDuel is still very cheap. He's $7,200. What does Michael Wilson cost? Oh, okay. Well, Michael Wilson is a stone lock on FanDuel. Just ran across this team and was interested of too much cook and needed variety. Daniels, A-Chain, Walker, Puka, McLaurin, Bailey, Loveland, Jacobs, Raiders. Top Bijan, Michael Wilson. Well, you're going to get Michael Wilson's going to be on every team. I bet if I type in Bijan, I bet Michael Wilson is just already on the top team. Oh, he's actually not. It's a Chuck triple. You never know what the computer's going to spit at you. All right, here we go. Top Bijan Michael Wilson team is Lawrence, Bucky, Bijan, Jacoby, Adonai Mitchell, Terry McLaurin, Brenton Strange, Michael Wilson, and the Denver Broncos defense. GM 200K fast puppy winner Raymond Zanny. All right, well maybe on FanDuel it's just easy. Bucky is cheap, Judkins is cheap. Ken Walker's really cheap. Trey McBride is expensive. Defenses, the Saints are cheap. Saints are literally free. The Titans are, don't think I can pass up on the Titans there. You do Jonathan Taylor and Bucky. Probably not quite. Probably not quite over on FanDuel. All right, let's actually pull up a Run the Sims over on FanDuel then, because I don't know the salaries or anything. All right. Operator, FanDuel, main, settings, 10,000 lineups, size of contest field, 3K, number of simulations, 10,000, salary range, 59.4K. And we'll do flat. I'm playing in a pretty small contest over on FanDuel. Let's do diversify portfolio. Well, actually, no, let's not, because I'm only playing one team. All right, Ray's hot takes today. Dimes, no James Cook, DK Metcalf, and Evan Ingram. Thoughts on Pierce? He feels like the Colts wide receiver who's most going to be impacted by the rain, but maybe that's a wrong read. Maybe actually the thing you need with Pierce is a defender like tripping and losing their footing. I could certainly see that being the case. And a Jags defender makes a wrong move on the sloppy grass and Alec Pierce is uncovered and just waltzes into the end zone. Could definitely see it. Man, Michael Wilson 5,700 on FanDuel, huh? Just like the most lock of all locks. All right, well, let's. I always do these settings on Run the Sims that takes forever. The guys are probably looking at like, dude, why is Davis using all this fucking computing power for his stream? Well, gotta get it done. Who else is too cheap on FanDuel? Brian Thomas Jr. is 6,200. Jacoby is 6,100. Okay, that I like. I do kind of like trying to get Jonathan Taylor in. And then what does Burden cost? Burden costs 51. So if we do 5,100, is there a $6,200 running back? There probably won't be. Yeah, it'd be Sharps. That sucks. Is there any other way to save money? Is there anyone cheaper than Burden? Or maybe cheaper than Jacoby? Not really. Yeah, none of these guys are really playable. I mean, maybe. Yes, you could go all the way. If you go all the way down to the Saints, and you put in Luther Burden, and then you have 6,600 at running back. Does that get you anything? It gets you Ken Walker. Should I keep trying to be early to Rashid Shaheed? I don't think so. I think they seem kind of disappointed with Shaheed, actually. For whatever that is worth, I think he just has not gotten up to speed as much as possible. Cardinal shitters. I mean, it would be a lot. Oh, you're right, Harvey. I mean, maybe this is just the team. Maybe we just do this. Maybe I just say I don't even need to run the Sims. Jacoby, JT, Bucky, Michael Wilson, Jacoby Myers, Luther Burden, Trey McBride, and the New Orleans Saints defense. Maybe we just run that. With rain in the Colts-Jags game, do you not see additional attempts in the red zone for either team? it's very hard to get in the mind of the coaches with these rain. And it really could be something as simple as the Jaguars get into the red zone in like a 5-minute break in the rain. You know what I'm saying, RM? Like, I feel like trying to be correct about the rain can be kind of difficult. All right. All right, I think we're gonna do this. Harvey, I think I am gonna do Walker, Harvey, and then we play Packers defense maybe. I need one out of Bam Knight, Loveland, Burden, or Sharbs. Man, I think it's kind of Bam Knight. He was involved as a pass catcher last time. I kind of think you're heading that way. You could do James Cook, RJ Harvey. Actually, you know what? No. We're doing the Judkins Valet team. We're doing Harvey. We're doing Judkins because Judkins is in an early game, and we're playing the Saints D, and that's it. That's the team we're playing in the red zone. Kyron feels a little too fancy to me, or Corum feels a little too fancy for me in the contest that I play Mighty Monarch, but in like the Millie Maker or whatever, I could certainly see that being good. All right, and then in the Spy, I'm doing the Caleb thing. I'm doing it. I'm doing Caleb Williams. I'm doing A-Chain, James Cook. I'm doing Burden. I'm doing Loveland. I'm doing Harvey. And I'm going to see if I can fit Jamar Chase in this lineup. You'd have to really stone punt. Can you do Adonai? Yep, you can. Caleb Williams, Devin A-Chain, James Cook, Luther Burden, Jamar Chase, Adonai Mitchell, Colson Loveland, RJ Harvey in the New Orleans Saints defense. I think that's it. Good luck to you and your best ball teams on the fence of advancing this week. Thank you, Stefan. A big Rashid Shaheed game would probably be pretty helpful. I just got a notification from Underdog. Let's see what it is. No, nothing important. You know what? I'm gonna save this team. Devin A-Chain. I guess the only other thing would be if I didn't want to play A-Chain and if I wanted to do like Bucky and Jacoby Myers, then I could get a better defense. Then I could do the chalk defense. I could do chalk Titans D. No, I did not finalize cash yet. Taking any shots in the $5 queue on DraftKings. All right, what do you guys think? Bucky and Myers versus A-Chain and Adonai Mitchell. What do we think? I could see that one going either way. Bucky and Michael Wilson, or Cook and AD. I think Bucky and Michael Wilson. Chris says A-Chain AD. Other Chris says Bucky Higgins. I mean, that one, it feels very, very close. So you've got Caleb, you've got Burden, you've got Loveland. we've got James Cook, obviously a great play. If you're going Bears stack, why not Jacobs? Jacobs is just, honestly, the reason is 'cause Jacobs been bad. Honestly, that's really all it is. Jacobs has just been pretty brutal. Right. I do like the Titans D more than the Commanders D for sure. All right, Harvey in the flex. So the 2v2 is A-Chain and Mitchell. Caleb Williams, Bucky Irving, James Cook, Luther Burden, Jamar Chase, Jacoby Myers, Colson Loveland, and RJ Harvey. Oh, and the other one is with the Saints D. So Saints, Mitchell, and A-Chain. Can you show? Oh, yeah, sorry. Here you go. FanDuel Sims, top FanDuel team. Josh Allen, James Cook, Breece Hall, Luther Burden, Andre Baccalia, Michael Wilson, Kyle Pitts, Devin A-Chain. I would not play Baccalia. Here's your optimal stuff on FanDuel. Josh Allen, 11% optimal rate. Jordan Love, Matt Stafford, Lamar Jackson, Jacoby, Trevor Lawrence, Baker Mayfield, Bo Nix. At running back, we've got James Cook, Jonathan Taylor, Devin A-Chain, Bijan Robinson, Quinshon Judkins, Breece Hall, Bucky. Bucky I do really like today. Wide receiver, Michael Wilson, 21% optimal rate. JSN, Christian Watson, Puka, Jalen Waddle, Jacoby. Jacoby is a leverage play. Igbuka, Zay Flowers. I was hoping to see someone cheaper than Myers pop up in here. Yeah, then Burden, T. Miami bad against tight end. Time for a Mason Taylor game. You never know. All right, and then the other one was Jacoby Myers, and then it was up to the Titans defense, and then it was Harvey. $5,700 RJ Harvey. Gold star lock on Bucky. I like it. I have an obscene amount of Mason Taylor. The only team worse than Miami against tight end is the Bengals. They just haven't been throwing Mason Taylor the ball much, but I like it. All right, so the Sims Areno, they're honestly just not big fans of the Caleb stuff. I think let's do this. Caleb Williams, Bucky Irving, James Cook, Luther Burden, Jamar Chase, Jacoby Myers, Colson Loveland, and RJ Harvey with the Titans defense. Done. Sending it. If A-Chain's who you need, then A-Chain is who you need. I guess I'll have A-Chain in cash. Baptism Bucky, they are saying it. Yeah, dad life is all right, man. We're making it happen. Everyone is on Burden. DJ Moore costs only 500 more. It's true. Well, let's see. All right, so let's go to the Caleb team. And let's see. Remove Jacoby, remove Burden, remove Harvey. DJ Moore. So if we did DJ Moore and we did Harvey and then we do Adonai Mitchell. I mean, I can see that one being okay. Moore has just been so bad. But you're right. I mean, you are correct. And there's no denying that. Like, what's the ownership? Is DJ Moore going to be 1% owned, Luther Burden 20% owned, or something like that? Like, probably. I cannot believe FanDuel left Michael Wilson at 5,700. That's one of the most absurd things that I've ever seen. AD Mitchell is the slappiest of slap chalk. It's true. Adonai Mitchell, like, if we're just being real, Adonai Mitchell cannot be that good of a play. Like, Adonai Mitchell is chalk, cannot be that good. But he's also my boy. I wish I could get Adonai Mitchell on this team. What does Adonai Mitchell cost on FanDuel? On FanDuel, Adonai Mitchell is more expensive than Michael Wilson on FanDuel. I mean, that's insane. What is the pricing like that over there? Well, I would like to get Mitchell on one of these teams, so he doesn't fit on the Burrow team. Well, it'd be Judkins, Vele, so it'd be Mitchell. It doesn't fit. I compulsively want to play Jaden Reed, even though I don't think it's a good play. I actually think Jaden Reed's probably okay today, honestly. Oh, let's get back over here to the FanDuel stuff. And let's see what the top Brissett team is. Brissett, James Cook, Jonathan Taylor, punt with Bacallia. Wow, and A-Chain. There you go, Ash. My boy Ash does have Jaden Reed on a team. So Jonathan Taylor popping up, which that was my intuition. My intuition was if you can play Jonathan Taylor, you probably should. That was my gut instinct. I do think you probably want to try to get the Titans over the Saints, though, on FanDuel. A lot of Aaron Jones. Trey McBride. Yeah, let's do McBride and Wilson. And then see... that should narrow us down a good bit. Include all. All right, Jonathan Taylor, Breece Hall, DJ Moore. I gotta exclude Bacallia. It cannot be good. Maybe it is, but man, that you talk about thinner than thin. Jacoby Brissett, Aaron Jones, James Cook, Christian Watson, Michael Wilson, Luther Burden, Trey McBride, RJ Harvey, and the Browns defense. So that's almost what I have saved, actually. Over under 30 rushes for JT today. He's gonna have a lot of touches today. Would I play Burden, Neal, or C-Rod? And how I would play Neal, I think. Yeah, I think I would play Neal there. Very close though. Very, very close. I guess while we wait to decide that, let's go back to figuring out cash. So are we comfortable with this? Are we comfortable with Daniels, A-Chain, Cook, Michael Wilson, AD Mitchell, Luther Burden, Kyle Pitts, Josh Jacobs, and the Saints? Or do we do Fannin or Loveland to improve the Saints? Loveland could be okay. Nate has Daniels, A-Chain, Jacobs, Puka, Michael Wilson, Luther Burden, Barner, Pitts, and the Commies D. Any games that have major weather concerns? Yeah, a bunch of them do, actually. DFS weather. Here you go. Latest update here to increase rain chances. Scattered downpours in New Orleans, Tampa Bay. Heavy rain in Jacksonville. Snow game in Tennessee, Cleveland. Snow game in Cincinnati, Buffalo. Very low temperature in Chicago, Green Bay. Very low temperature in Houston and Kansas City. Maybe instead of Harvey, you play Aaron Jones on FanDuel. What's Aaron Jones cost? Aaron Jones costs 6,000. So if I do that, can I get up anything meaningful from Jacoby? No, not really. It would be to improve. You get from. Yeah, you can get to the Titans D. I like going down from Jacobs on DK. I think that ETN is good. Yeah. Oh, that's the wrong lineups page. Here we go. So if you go from Jacobs to Harvey, you can get up to yeah, I like going down, but what does it get you? I mean, I guess you can go from Adonai Mitchell to Jacoby Myers. So it's Harvey, Myers versus Jacobs, 80 Mitchell on DK. I do not hate that. I mean, aren't these dudes basically the same play? Like Harvey and Jacobs. Do I just send this? Do Harvey and the Saints D? I kind of just want to send this. Jacoby Brissett, Jonathan Taylor, Bucky Irving, Michael Wilson, Jacoby Myers, Luther Burden, Trey McBride, RJ Harvey, and the Saints defense. You talked me into Daniels and quarterback at cash. Vikings pass defense is pretty good, but with garbage running offense, got to figure he throws a lot. Yeah, I mean, Jacoby can just get like 12 like free points, and then if he gets Jaden Daniels can get like 12 like free just like rushing points just from like starting the game, and then he can definitely get 20. You can do Loveland, Chase, Mitchell, and Raiders instead of Myers, Harvey, Jacobs, and Saints. I don't love doing the Raiders. Yeah, I don't know. I might just stick with the chalk. And I do like playing Adonai Mitchell. Like, I think Adonai Mitchell is just a really good play. I think I'm sticking with this for cash. Jaden Reed is going to get all the craft yak opportunities. I mean, it's definitely possible. You are certainly correct about that. I think I'm just going to send this on FanDuel. Jacoby, Jonathan Taylor, Bucky Irving, Michael Wilson, Jacoby Myers, Luther Burden, Trey McBride, RJ Harvey in the New Orleans Saints defense. I don't think it's going to get much better than that. Being able to get the Jacoby double in with Jonathan Taylor and James Cook, or with Jonathan Taylor, sorry, not James Cook, Jonathan Taylor, Bucky, and Harvey, it really just feels like you actually shouldn't be able to do that. Because you have Michael Wilson, you have Luther Burden, you have Jacoby Myers, you've got Trey McBride, and then you just Like, those are just all good plays, basically. Which is, honestly, that is the nice thing about playing on FanDuel, is you can actually just play all good plays. Just kind of crazy. Am I crazy for wanting to fit JSN in cash? Feels like a bounce back spot. I don't think you're crazy, but I don't know exactly how you get there. Would be my issue. Like, how are you exactly getting there? I guess you're doing something like this. So instead of A chain, you're probably doing Harvey and Walker, JSN. Yeah, there you go. So that's the JSN team. Jaden Daniels, RJ Harvey, James Cook. I wouldn't, if I was playing JSN, this is what I would play. MVF, I'd play Daniels, Harvey, Cook, Wilson, JSN, Burden, Kyle Pitts, Ken Walker, and the Saints. And I mean, Kyle Pitts, 15 points last week, 4 points. I mean, Kyle Pitts, he's going to be such a bad play. What do you get? So if we do Loveland, you can get from Adonai Mitchell to Myers. Is there not weather in the Miami game? I guess not. It's just cold. Or is that game in? That game is where? That game's in New York. Waller's kind of a fun tournament play. Yeah, I don't think there's any late swap stuff I have. I guess I should make sure that all my lineups are set though. Oh, I've got one team left to do on DraftKings. I did the $12 team. GM Josh. Got that build ending with Loveland, Warren, and the Titans. As in Jalen Warren. I don't love Jalen Warren today. All right, now let's build. I guess the only thing I don't have is a Josh team. So let's do Josh. Let's fade James Cook on this one. Let's do Bucky and Harvey. We'll do Chase. We'll do Jacoby Myers. We'll do Burden. 11,000 left. So we still need to punt tight end. Let's do Fannin. Let's see if I can fit the Titans defense. 5,300. No, it's not going to fit. We'll do Michael Wilson in the flex. And then we'll play we'll do the Falcons defense because we don't have any Saints here. Adam Thielen is min price and active. Stone punt. I can see it. Oh, that JSN team, Tyler Warren. I've got Daniels, Cook, Hall, JSN, Wilson, Burden, Loveland, Titans. I don't love that. That's probably fine. All right. Can we go strange and fade Jacoby? I don't even think I have that much Jacoby. Despite having him as my gold star play, I've only got him on the one team. Oh no, I've got him on the Caleb team. So I've got him on the Caleb team. I don't have any 80 Mitchell though in tournaments, I guess. And I don't have him on FanDuel. I don't think I need to set swaps because no one was out on Underdog this week, right? Was anyone out? I don't think so. Wow, everything filled with 50 minutes to go. Everything filled. What's the PTP this week? Chiefs. Wow. All right, let's do one PTP just while we're here. Yeah, Dink flag planted the doubles. Rashi. Wow, what a PTP. The old Sunday Night Football primetime palooza. I wasn't drafting early, so I don't have any Evans or London. I didn't start drafting until Friday. Wow, and I got the 101. Ship it. Okay. I need to make sure that all my lineups are set. So let's go to MFL, submit lineup. Jared Goff, Kirk Cousins, Chase Brown, Ashton Genty, Bijan Robinson, not starting Vidal, AJ Brown, Adonai Mitchell, BTJ, already started Ferguson, starting Travis Kelce. So I guess it would be Sharbs, no. JCM, no. Pacheco, no. Hollywood, QJ, yeah, that one's fine. Got the NFC teams to set, transactions. James Cook, Saquon Barkley, Adonai Mitchell, Chris Godwin, JSN, Trey McBride, Alec Pierce. Take Rashee Rice, 101, nice and easy. I would not think it would be a Barkley 101 slate. I would definitely think you want Rashee. Oh, no, we're going to do, on this team, we're going to do Aaron Jones over Chris Godwin. So we're going to swap him. We're going to keep Pearson. We're going to swap Godwin out for Aaron Jones. Save. This team is Josh Allen, Tootin, Taylor, Shakir, Chris Olave, Devonta Smith, Colston Loveland, Harold Bannon. So, wow, okay. All right, yeah, I will take Nico Collins, and I will take Amarian Hampton. Well, should I just take Devonta? I'm going to take Devonta. It's just a way rarer combination. I mean, I definitely think you can get away with Vidal, and you can definitely get away with where did Hunt already go? Someone took Hunt in the first round. That feels misguided. On this team, do I want to play Fannin or Hollywood? I guess probably Fannin. Wow, Purple Yosh. He's pre-rich because he has 2 teams left in the Eliminator, gifting 5 teams. His teams in the Eliminator are sick. Wow, Roman Wilson is inactive. That's so funny. Shout out to Purple Yosh, though. All right, so we're going to do, I guess we get stuck with Stroud at quarterback. That's fine. We do get Dallas Goedert at tight end, though. So we get to do Marks. We get to do Goddard. And then, there you go. It's a fun little PTP slate. I might draft some of these while holding my kid today. All right, this is a team with Leone, Jacoby Brissett, Jonathan Taylor, Chris Rodriguez, Justin Jefferson, Jaden Higgins, George Pickens, Trey McBride, Jalen Waddle. So do we do... Oh, no, you definitely got to do Luther Burden over Jaden Higgins, I think. Done. Set. Did you see in the Discord that my favorite player, Gibbs, gave one of my Elims the blade? I did not, but that is poetry. That is about as poetic as it gets. Okay. Dynasty team with Leone, Burrow, JT, Gainwell, AJ Brown, Zay Flowers, Mark Andrews, Jalen Hurts, George Pickens. Do we want to start? I think we do Olave over. Yeah. All right. Set. Done. Team with Leone and Dink, Caleb Williams, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jonathan Taylor, Jamar Chase, CeeDee Lamb, St. Brown, Pitts, Stroud, Metcalf, Waddle. All good there. Big game here. Did I hear about Pete's fantastic stream this morning? I did not. What happened, Sean? All right, we are projected to just barely lose here. 18 from CD, 14 from Ferguson. Pacheco versus Pirine. Oh man, I actually need to. At channel, Pacheco versus Pirine. I think it is Pirine on Alchemy. Yeah, that one's close. Honestly, maybe even Rashad. He searched for something and a literal dick pic was like the second scroll. That's tough. That's tough. It's tough for Mr. Pete. He's gonna get demonetized. I already did, Dave. I already did. Here you go. Dave, this is our team. Josh Allen, Byshell Tootin, Jonathan Taylor, because we have McCaffrey on bye. Shakir, Olave, Devonta, Loveland, Fannin. We are starting Fannin over Hollywood Brown, Keon Coleman, Trey Harris, Tyler Algier, and Ollie Gordon. All right, and then one more team. We are slight dogs here. We faded the 37 point from Gibbs, but we kind of lived through Pickens. We got 18 points from Jake Bates. We have Shuck in at quarterback. That's a disaster. A-Chain, Montgomery. Waddle, Addison. Oh, I think we do DJ Moore over Addison as well. I'm going to make an executive decision there. And I'm going to put DJ Moore in. Have an extra $100 in my cash shell. The demons are telling me to play Kincaid over Pitts. I wouldn't do it, Dewalian. I wouldn't do it. Bad timing for a bunch of our starters to go on bye. I guess that's just how it goes in the FFPC, though. Big matchup for us this week. Okay, do I have anything else I need to set? Too many notifications. DraftKings sends me so many notifications. All right. I've got an RT Sports to set. Well, good thing I checked because I currently have Drake May in on a bye on this team. So Drake May. Do I have another starter? I've got Tyler Shuck, Chase Brown, Aaron Jones, Jalen Waddle, Courtland Sutton, Puka Nacua, Mark Andrews. Sharps, none of these guys. Mostert. You know what? I'm going to go... Do I go Godwin or Sutton? Emo upgraded his membership just to get some puns in the chat. You know what? I got a feeling I'm going to go DJ Moore there. Well, where do I just bench? You know what? I'm just benching Chris Rodriguez. Chris Rodriguez sucks. Ooh, or do I do Loveland? You know what? Colston Loveland. Send it. Believe in something. Except if I'm starting Loveland, now I'm actually going to bench DJ Moore for Sutton because I'm starting Loveland. This is a 16-team dynasty league, by the way. Your boy knows ball. I have a Yahoo fantasy football team that I need to set. I'm actually playing. I'm playing Jacob Sanderson today. I can't sign in on my desktop. I can't share the screen because I'm only signed in on my phone, but I'm playing Jacob Sanderson for a playoff spot today. And I'd really like to make the playoffs in this league. It's a 16 team with Loveland in the flex. Okay, Parker Washington is out. So I can start team. Parker Washington is out. Swap him with DJ Moore. Green Bay defense. So I've got Baker, Keenan, St. Brown, DJ Moore, Kyron Williams, Quinshon Judkins, Bowers, Swift, Stroud versus the Packers defense. And I've got Chris Rodriguez and Bam Knight on the bench. I guess that's about as good as it's going to get. I am projected to lose because, fuck. Jacob had 37 points from Gibbs, so I'm probably just going to lose. And I've got a home league versus the dudes who all go to my gym. Just doing a quick lineup here. Oh, I'm starting Devin Neal, Jacoby Brissett, Devin Neal, Kyron, Justin Jefferson, Jalen Waddle, Bowers, Gadsden, Rashee Rice. Rico's on a bye. Trey Benson on my IR. Man, this is dark. Is there anyone? Oh, you know what? I'm going to add Luther Burden. I'm going to drop Justin Fields. I'm going to confirm that. And I'm going to start. You know what? I'm starting Burden over Bowers. Or no, Burden over Gadsden. Believe in something. You got to believe in something, boys. I think that's it. No, I've got one more here. You guys can see my home league. So this is like my most important league. This is like my league with my buddies from high school and college that I've been in for like 20 years. I have to start Trevor Lawrence this week. Jalen Warren, Bucky Irving, Jacoby Keenan. Oh, I got to get Parker Washington out of there. Fuck, I have no one. All right. Lockett, Pat Bryant, Wicks, Besh, Pirine maybe? Chris Rodriguez, because I've got May on bye, I've got Tet on bye, I've got Hunter Henry on bye, and I've got Drake London out. Pat Bryant, Yoshi Voss, Pirine, Gunnar Helm, Taysom would be a good bit. Good luck to you today as well, my man. You know what? Let's just do it. Let's do Pirine's the funniest. Swap for Pirine. All right, we got a 59-41. I guess we'll take it. Evan McPherson or Harrison Mervis. I don't know, whoever's playing indoors. All right. I think I've got everything set. Reminder, I've got this in cash. I think this is the ETR Slappy team. I don't actually know, though. Jaden Daniels, Devin A-Chain, James Cook, Michael Wilson, Adonai Mitchell, Luther Burden, Kyle Pitts Sr., Josh Jacobs in the New Orleans Saints defense. We've got a Caleb double in the spy. We've got a Burrow double with Devon Vele in the red zone. And we've got a Jacoby Brissett double on FanDuel. My boy FC Huey has 35% Jaden Reed on Underdog because what if he unlocks love further? I do like that. I'm going to get out of here. Love you all. Appreciate you all. Thanks for hanging out this morning. And I will see you guys back this evening for the Gilcast. Later, everybody.